in paradise. So let's parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love with a prima donna. The 2023 Madonna. I mean, your honor, I was minding my business until she gave me complete nirvana. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Cause nobody really cares. Cause nobody really cares. Cause nobody really cares. Nobody really cares.
I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. I'm whipping in track out with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like Travis Kelce, I be having emotions. Just like the lamb, man, you know I'm exploding my heart cold.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Quickly to the air is Burrow. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards. Some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Burrow on play action. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
On the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
First carry here for Joe Mixon. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11 MT.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. On now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try to put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11.
They go play action with Burrow. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Trey Hendrickson, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. 2nd down throw coming by Willis. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Kamara now to return. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A former Volunteer back in Tennessee, it's Alvin Kamara. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver, but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front, so if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him, picks up 3 on that carry.
And this defense not giving him anything there, maybe a yard up to the 36. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back.
Hold up.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And now Burrow not enamored with the formation. Instead, he'll signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. They gotta go,
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Burrow. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jabari Zuniga in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So now the Cincinnati native, also former Bearcat, and now a Bengal, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. With it is Jackson. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at the 31-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. These two teams, the Bengals and Titans, you might remember they met in the divisional round of the playoffs last year. And that was a shocker. Titans seeded number 1 at home, coming off the bye. They were upset by the upstart Bengals, 19-16 on a 35-degree January day in Nashville. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Willis. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the air on first down. Here's Willis. Got this complete to Racey McMath. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. To throw again on second down. Willis buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Hendrickson, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack. They'll set up to throw. This is intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 5 now. Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Here's Jackson to return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Willis. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Henry up the middle. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Okay, ready?
Again, it's Henry. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Inside handoff, Henry. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On 3rd down, Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Right now, I'm just wondering where they turn on offense, Charles. I know we're not in the 4th quarter, but 2nd quarter haven't scored and struggling to move the ball.
I don't think they abandoned the run game totally, but maybe you change up your tempos. Maybe you go a little bit faster, try and catch them back on their heels a little bit.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jamar Chase hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the 1st half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now Willis on 1st and 10. That's caught by McMath. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On 1st down, Willis. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escaping.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. Steps away to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
Ready?
Off the play fake, here's Willis. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Willis now off the play fake. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return, it's Kamara. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
On 2, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. So that, Charles, may be the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something, because we're into the 3rd quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
They begin with Henry. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd down. Willis looks to throw here. It's caught by Jackson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. 3rd down, it's Willis. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
11 MT, take! 11 MT, take!
Play action. It's Burrow. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11.
2nd and 5 now. Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 45 yards on the ground for him so far. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Burrow on 3rd down. This will be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. Marquise Brown from 8 yards out. And the Bengals extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Bengals 14, Titans nothing.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
To throw again on 2nd down. Willis. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Play action. Here's Willis. Henry's got it down on the left side. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Willis on the sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the 1st down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right?
why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut.
Exactly. Create that. Just a little bit of space should get it done. You're almost able to take the snap, just fall down and pick it up. They got it there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A give to Henry. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Well, definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll run it again with Henry. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Flushed out right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Now Willis on 1st and 10. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Cowboy 80.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Willis. Now the So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They find a late score. Here's Willis. That's caught by Jackson. And it's a Titans touchdown. Deshaun Jackson from 19 yards away. And the Titans are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Here's Joe Burrow. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 36. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11.
Here we go with Burrow. The Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Burrow. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. The offense running out, and they are charged up ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One final try for Willis. He's going to let it fly. Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Daxton Hill